Welcome back to the Rice and Slice Golf Show podcast. My name is Theo. Gentlemen, to my right is Chenji Meng. Welcome to episode 46. What is going on? Chenji, what? This is a golf podcast. If you're not watching and you're listening to this, thank you for listening. If you are watching, or if you're not watching, Chenji is wearing a Derby County football shirt for some reason. What? I did it. First of all, I've known you for 3 years. I have never seen you in a Derby County football shirt when you lived in Derby. So why are you wearing one now? Please,
dude. The first thing I did when moving to Derby was to buy a Derby County shirt so I could blend in. So I thought, this is like, I think I haven't done laundry in a while, and I thought I'd wear this.
That makes sense. Now that you're saying it, it does make sense.
No, but also, let's go Rams. Come on, you Rams.
Jesus Christ. 3 years ago, yes. Now, mate, I don't know. It's all going a bit downhill.
I don't know. Just felt a bit nostalgic, to be fair. So,
Fair enough.
Looked at some, was kind of clearing up my phone, looking at some old videos, and looked at all the stuff that we recorded back in Kettleston. So, just thought, felt a bit nostalgic.
Well, listen. If you want to come back, we'll have you. If you want to come back, I will happily join Kettleston. If you come back and join Kettleston again, I will happy. Oh, mate, I would love that so much. That will make my year.
Dude, we play every day, literally every day, wouldn't we?
We would. It's you. You're the problem, Chenji. It's not me. You want the corporate life in London.
You sound like a bitter ex.
I think I am. I think I am a little bit bitter.
I think I am a little bit bitter. Well,
this feels like a bit of a therapy session.
Starting the podcast on a very somber note.
I do miss having you around. I'm not gonna lie. I see you once a week.
Oh man, dude.
It would be nice. Is there like realistically, is there any chance that you would ever come back to Derby?
I'll probably buy a house there when I get super filthy rich.
Oh yeah, but that's
membership at JCB.
Imagine that.
Buy the whole course.
News, local news. I will tell you now. Horsley Lodge is up for sale. So I'm just saying, if you're
no way, is it actually?
Yeah. So if we all want to put our money together and invest and buy a golf course, we could legit do that.
Wait, imagine. I'm sure we can do some cryptocurrency kind of stuff. Issue some crypto that's linked to a golf course, and raise some money that everybody owns a piece of a golf course.
You could legit. Or start an NFT. Hold on, I had to mess
Well, actually, speaking of which, I guess this is something actually interesting that we never talked about in this podcast.
What is that?
I think somebody in the US was trying to do exactly that. Basically, using NFTs to purchase a golf club and make it into a whole, both digital and in-person golf experience. So essentially, they would, you would create this whole what's it called, DAO, DAO, decentralized something, and issue memberships in the form of NFT tokens, and every owner, depending on what kind of level you're purchasing it at, right? You either had digital membership privileges, or you had both in-person and digital privileges if you paid a bit more. So which meant you could go to the course and play the course. So your membership was proven by that little token. So
I like the idea.
Surprised that I like the idea as well.
Imagine if there's Imagine going to Horsley Lodge. We've completely gone off topic. But imagine going to Horsley Lodge and saying to all the members, it would be like a members-owned golf club. So all the members invest some money. I don't know. Every member puts, say that. It's going to be so much money. It's going to be so much money. I wonder if I can blag my way in and call and somehow find out how much Horsley Lodge is going for.
Dude, I think we should do that because look, some of the best courses in the world, right? That's exactly how they operate. For example, one of the new ones in London called the Wisley, a new membership, a joining fee is £500,000 or almost £1 million or something like that. It's something ridiculously silly, yeah. And essentially, basically, the founding members have use the pooled funds to basically buy the club, and the annual fees, just like Augusta, for example, it's just literally, okay, this is how much we've spent to maintain the golf course, to host these events, and this is this is your part of the bill, so this is your proportion of the bill. So there is no membership fee.
Listen,
literally all of your money is just there to maintain the course.
You have the voice and the know-how to be able to call Horsley Lodge, is it like an unethical thing to do?
What do you mean unethical thing? Just do it. Of course not. Of course not. It's like doing.
No. Wait.
Doing it for the. We're doing it for the gram.
Yeah. So you call Horsley Lodge and you pretend like you're interested in buying the place, and you're like, just out of curiosity, how much? How many acres? I mean, you could blag this easy. And you're like, how many acres land am I buying?
I'd be like, call up. Oh, hello, sir.
You don't even need to put a voice on. Your voice is already pushing off. You're fine. You don't need to put an old man British voice on.
Oh.
You don't need that.
I would be delighted to make an offer to your golf club if you let me know the pricing.
See, now you sound like a prank, but you could legit with your normal voice be like, hi, my name is Chenji Meng. I'm calling on behalf of some rich people. We heard that your golf course is up for sale.
Put on my best Chinese accent and be like, hello, I'm representing the Chinese investor. I want to buy your golf club.
You can't even do a good Chinese voice. You can do a better posh voice than a Chinese voice. It's so funny. I think we should do that. I think you should call up.
All right, let's do this. And then
honestly,
let's crypto this and buy a golf course.
I don't know, man. What if there's like a way of like everybody chipping in and buying a golf course? Obviously, it sounds a lot easier than what it is, but mate, I would happily pay I would put a lot of money that I don't have into this and be like, I don't know, owning your own golf course. I mean, it's not just you. There's like hundreds of other people, but I think it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, look, they tried to do this in the US, and I'm not sure. I think we should do some research on this for the next episode, and then talk about it as well. So, and obviously get the pricing of how much the golf club would cost, and maybe we'll even get to do this in real life. I don't know. That's Would
you move back to Derby if we ended up buying Horsley Lodge? If there was any way. Can you imagine?
Actually, I tell you what, I would do that, dude. If we get some serious followers in this podcast, and then we buy a bloody golf course, 100%. I'd quit my bloody career.
You're going a bit too far, but
100%.
I think there's definitely a way of getting the members involved and pulling in funds and buying the golf course off the corporation or whoever owns it. I'm sure, and plus, it's not going to be. Correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously, you know way more about business than I do. But let's say,
mate, you're literally a businessman. You're literally a businessman.
No, there's nowhere near compared to the levels that you deal with, right? So let's say, for argument's sake, the course is valued at, let's say, £5 million, and you're not just going to pay £5 million up front. It's going to be like a payment scheme, right?
Well, it depends. If it's a piece of land, you probably have to buy it, but then you get basically you raise a minimum amount of funding, and everybody gets an equity share of the business, and the rest of it comes from debt. So you'd raise money from the bank, from credit funds or whatsoever. So essentially the upkeep, you create a business plan for it, Chenji, somebody funds you.
Chenji, I've met your friends in London. You have some very not rich friends, but they deal with things like this.
Look, if the golf course goes for £5 million, if we raise £2 million on NFTs or whatsoever, I don't know what, and we can then easily raise £2 million via banks or funds, credit funds.
I'm sure you know some people that are willing to invest into this golf club. I'm sure you know some people, Chenji. What about that girl that we played golf with at Moore Park?
Shall we make this happen?
I genuinely believe we could legit do this. By the way, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for following us. This, I've got a topic of things to talk about. This is so improv. This was not planned.
Right.
And we're just talking.
The title of this podcast is going to be Theo and Chenji are looking to buy a golf course.
Oh my God. Dude.
Rice and Slice decides to buy a golf course.
Genuinely, you know people where £2 million is nothing to them. For example, to raise the
dude, you overestimate me, but
no, I
let's
don't.
try to make this happen.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Chenji.
Anyway, moving on topic. Let's we're not shelving this idea, but we're just okay, let's take it serious and let's actually use my posh voice to go inquire. How much a golf course cost in a lovely part of the world in Derbyshire?
Dude, we can genuinely Horsley Lodge. I wonder
Alright,
if
let's
it's
do
like
this.
public information.
I'll call them next week.
Oh my God, Chenji, please.
I'll do it.
Imagine
I'll do it.
that.
I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Let's do it.
What
Let's go.
job would you do
What job would I do?
in the golf course?
Clearly the head pro.
Yeah, but you need to be a PGA professional to be the head pro, no? We are so far away from that.
Just kidding. You definitely be the greenkeeper, yeah? I'll be the membership manager.
You could be the club secretary.
I'll just be the membership manager. I'll just go out and sell memberships, mate.
Mate, we could. What could I do? There's no way I can
You're
be a
the
greenkeeper.
greenkeeper.
Chance.
No,
the only
you're
thing
like
I can do is rake bunkers, Chenji. I can't do anything more than that. I know nothing about grass.
Well, I guess you'll be the bunker specialist.
Bunkers Theo, bunker specialist. Imagine going
You'll
in
be
and
the
shaking people's hands.
You'll be the co-CEO in brackets bunkers, bunker specialist.
Oh my God.
Dude, we're going so off topic. Let's stick to what you have planned for us.
Okay. We need to.
Although this is fun. Like, okay, I think we've just dug ourselves a little hole in here, and we need to just go down and down deeper and deeper and deeper.
You need to call next week or this week and just get information and be like, to be fair, this is not like a fake prank call because we could potentially be interested.
Of course. I mean, we are interested. Like, we're genuinely interested if we can make the financing happen.
I think you can definitely get that going.
Let's fucking go. LFG.
We're buying a golf course.
We're buying a golf course. I can't believe it. How did this?
Right, anyway.
It all came from me literally wearing a Derby County shirt. Oh my God.
I'm so excited. Oh my God. We're going to buy a golf course. You heard it here. We're buying a golf course.
You heard it here
Name
first.
pending. We'll leave the name as it is. Horsley Lodge is a decent name. We'll keep the name. Oh my God, Chenji.
Yeah.
Imagine if we buy a golf course.
We're renaming it to Rice and Slice Golf Course.
No. That's the dumbest name. That's the dumbest name I've ever heard for a golf course. I think we should keep the name going. Anyway, that's the least of our worries. Let's get the financing. Let's find the money. Right.
Let's do it.
Dude.
Anyway, also, thank you to everyone for following our Instagram. I think, recently we've been getting so many followers. I think in the last 30 days we've doubled our following count.
Yeah, we definitely, we more than doubled. If you don't follow already, it's at Rice and Slice podcast on both TikTok and Instagram. Instagram has been blowing off, which is actually, I'm very happy with that. TikTok, I find, I'm happy that we're getting views and likes, but it sounds silly and stupid, but it almost feels like it's a bit easy to get views and likes on TikTok. On Instagram, it's a little bit harder to get like a follow.
I feel like TikTok feels like a bit of like a cheap like and cheap views, right? Whereas Instagram, like you've got to be pretty good for people to like it and really view it.
We're not saying we're good. I'm saying we have a decent podcast. I think. I think it works out.
I think
well.
I think we've got. I think it's real good banter and some good stacks and facts and some
it works out.
Some good like amateur analysis of the world of golf.
I completely agree with you.
Hope you do like it, and the next step is if you really like our podcast, to go follow our YouTube channel. So
so you can watch
Spotify podcast or Apple Podcasts. Yes. Put it on your morning commute, right? Like the average commute in London is like 1.5 hours. Perfect. So I just made up that statistic, just like how I make up stacks and facts. Just kidding.
It sounds legit. So
yeah, so that's we've got an hour podcast, perfect time for you to listen in. So thank you very much.
Speaking of Instagram, because we surpassed 1,000 followers, we have a massive giveaway, and it's right here. But I am not going to tell you what the giveaway is yet.
Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know what the giveaway is.
I can't wait to show you what I got.
Oh my God.
I can't wait. It's a bag of goodies, which one lucky winner will win. I will tell you how to win at the end of towards the end of the podcast. But before we do that, we've got other things to talk about. First thing on the roster, on the bullet point, shall we say? The 151st Open just finished. The most boring man on the face of the universe has won. Brian Harmon, congratulations to you. We wish you all the best. Thoughts on that, Chenji? Thoughts on that?
Thoughts on that? I mean, first thought is that I think I called it at our last week's podcast.
No, you did not call it, Chenji. You did
I
not.
mean,
You did not.
I
So
just
what,
had
what,
I had a feeling, yeah, like that literally somebody very low key would win.
Yes.
Right.
When we say low key.
No. So I said low key, and then you just had to change the conversation to like, oh, by low key you mean like Ricky Fowler? And I'm just like, yeah, I guess it counts as low key. But literally in my head, it was like somebody literally not very well known will win this, right? Like similar to how Wyndham Clark won the US Open. Like that's what I thought. But anyway, you know.
did not say Brian Harmon.
Of course I didn't say Brian Harmon. I didn't even, I mean, I knew of his name. Like his name showed up and, you know, like watching PJ Tour. But, you know, like if he's, you know, I could see that B Harmon. I know that B meant Brian, but I literally don't, I wouldn't like recall him. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't recall him. Like
my low key would have been like Tommy Fleetwood winning, not Brian Harmon.
No. So that's an underdog, right? Like, okay, I meant somebody low key.
Right. I'm with you.
It's different.
Okay.
Right. Underdog means like, you know, people who are, I think, you know, out there, but they just haven't been winning and whatsoever. Like, you know, just, I don't know, somebody like Ricky Fowler who you expect to be an underdog.
Yes.
Like low key literally is somebody who's kind of like, you know, never won something big before, never been like, you know, on the spotlight as well. That's what I meant. So
yeah.
Anyway,
fair enough. I mean, he played incredible golf. He made the course look so easy. It was
seriously, like, yeah,
it was not fair for like not fair for everybody else. If it wasn't for Brian Harmon, the rest of the people, it would have been such an iconic Open, especially on the Sunday because everybody was so close. But he was so far ahead. Everyone was kind of. It was more fun to watch who was going to fight for second place. Tom Kim came out of nowhere with like a broken foot or something like that. You know what happened to him?
Yeah, he fell off the hotel's like stairs or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, he slipped or something and he hurt his ankle. And he was playing with like a really bad ankle for the whole week. Somehow he ended up second. Unbelievable.
Maybe it's because he played with a bad ankle that he came in second.
Maybe.
Like, I don't know.
You know what? It's funny, right?
Fix his swing.
No, it's not. It's not like he fixed his swing, but he was probably concentrating a lot more than he would normally do. I remember when I was a kid, when I was like 13, 14, 15, I used to be really into clay pigeon shooting. Really, really into it. And I remember whenever the weather was really good, I would always shoot really bad. Because the what do you call it? Like the surroundings were perfect. So, you know, I could just go up and shoot, and I would always shoot really bad. But whenever it was like raining or snowing, I would shoot really well because it would make me focus even more because of the obstacles around me. So maybe Tom Kim having a bad foot, that might have like made him focus a lot more. I don't know, but it's fair play to him, man. I'm so proud of him. I'm gutted for Tommy. He was playing really well for the first 3 days. I mean, everybody kind of fell off on the Sunday. Everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you know what
the conditions were horrible.
Dude, yes. And it was that's what makes it even better for Brian Harmon winning because the conditions were just as bad for him as what they were for everybody else. Everybody else struggled. He just made it look easy. It's mad.
It was. I think everybody expected him to choke because you don't see these kind of low key tour players.
I
right?
agree.
Like you see a lot of people holding the 18-hole lead, the 36-hole lead.
Yeah.
And what's the next one? 54-hole lead, right? And blow it just because they're just not. They don't have that.
I agree.
Sort of winning psychology.
It's kind of what
so many times that's happened.
Yeah, with Matt Jordan, the amateur that's a member at Royal Liverpool since he was like, I want to say like either 7 or 11 years old.
That's right.
Smashed
He's
it on
local,
the first day. But you're almost like, well done, good for you. But you can't. It's impossible to stay there because of the pressure.
Or the amateur, right? Like the first time, the South African guy, the really tall guy, Christo Lambrecht, right?
Yeah,
Christo Lambrecht. Yeah, Christo Lambrecht.
6'7".
Yeah, he's like double the size of Rory or something like that. Has a really weird swing as well. But I bet it's because of his size. And I wonder what his club fitters do. What kind of clubs he gets fitted for?
Nothing. It's just the same clubs that you hit and I hit. Well,
they're
a little bit more bladed, but other than that,
yeah, I know. But he just kept it consistent, right?
Yeah.
He hit a few bogeys, but literally just negated them with a couple of birdies, and just played absolute fantastic golf, right? Just kept the lead
on Sunday,
did not drop a single shot.
On that Sunday, I was playing at Kedleston. Was it Kedleston I was playing? No, it wasn't. It was. I had a society game. I played in a society on Sunday, and I remember in the morning. obviously I checked the scores, the leaderboard. Cool, everything as expected. By the time we finished, the open finished. By the time I finished playing golf, I look at the leaderboard. It was nothing like in the morning. It all changed apart from Brian Harmon. It was.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we missed a good day of golf, but it is what it is. I play golf instead.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I play golf as well in Moore Park.
I
right?
saw. I saw,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you played decent.
I played very. How did you see on my England
Yeah,
golf?
I did. 'Cause
No way.
I went and I saw,
Yeah.
Chenji. It was like, July 85. Chenji shot 85 on a Sunday. And then,
my
I was like,
God.
well done, Chenji.
No,
Good job.
but literally like what you just said about Clay Pigeon, right? Because it was a bit like of a horrible weather. Like it was raining at first and became sunny again,
Yeah.
and then raining again, super like damp and hot, and then like sunny again, and then raining again, right? It's like that kind of condition, but then it just makes you a bit more focused.
Yeah, it does.
Otherwise, when the weather's just really, really nice, it's just like, okay, all I want to do is like, I can't wait. It's like, all right, the front nine, I can't wait to go to the club, to halfway house and get a burger in me, and then like some couple of beers, and then like, whole nine, usually quite good, get some energy, like some birdie juice, and then after that, I'm just like, I can't wait to go back to the clubhouse and have a couple of drinks. I'm just like, I'm not focused on the golf anymore. Whereas
I get
it's
like
kinda
that.
like, okay, yeah, well,
If I'm in the middle of the fairway, because the conditions are perfect, there's a high chance I'm going to mess up the shot. But if I'm in the rough...
the worst shots are like when you hit a perfect drive,
straight
down the middle, over 260, 70 yards,
Yeah.
and you're just like, yeah, that's it.
Perfect.
My
Like,
next
you have
shot,
no
I'm gonna
excuses.
chunk it.
The amount of...
I'm gonna chunk it.
the amount of like bad shots I have off the fairway, it's mad. But off the rough, I feel right at home. I'm fine. Because you're almost expected to have a bad shot, and then it ends up being not as bad as you expect it to be. But if you're in the fairway, I mean, obviously we're like mid-handicappers, we're not great. But off the fairway, you're like you have to perform a good shot because you have no excuses, so you can't blame anything but yourself. And then I end up like putting too much pressure on myself and chunk it, or slice it,
Agreed.
or hook it, or shank it, whatever. But yeah,
Agreed.
I ended up going to the 151st Open on the Tuesday. I had the best time. I went by myself, met up with Mark Bentley for a little bit, friend of the channel. Shout out to you, Mark. He was there with his son. He had tickets for the whole week because he is a coach of a young girl that her name slips my mind, but she's like a really, really good. I think she plays for England, I want to say. I'm not sure. And she's a member there, and so is her dad. So they got tickets for the whole week. I went on the Tuesday. It was a practice day. It was raining all day. I probably walked the course. I'm not, without exaggeration, I walked the course probably twice at least. The entire course. I had the best time by myself. It was raining, and I was smiling from the second that I got there till the second that I left. It was amazing. The first thing I did, I went to the merch tent or the merch shop. Last week we spoke about the merch shop and how we spent so much money last year, and there's no way I'm going to spend, like, there's no need for me to spend money this year.
No way.
Because we bought whatever we needed last year. So there's no...
Dude, we didn't need all of the stuff that we bought last year.
I agree. But we bought so much stuff, right? And then this year I'm like, well, I'm not going to buy anything. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go in, I'm going to buy like the bare minimum, or things that I actually need, nothing that I want. I bought obviously the stuff for the giveaway, which I'm going to reveal in a bit. And I by the end of it, do you want to know how much money I spent?
No way. More than last year. You're joking.
I spent...
Don't tell me it's like $1,000.
I spent...
Oh, no. What? Mate. That's how much you spent last year.
That was
How?
bleeped.
How?
So, listen, I'm not proud of it. None of you, apart from Chenji, heard about the number. The number is nobody's business. I don't know how, Chenji, but I spent that much money. I'm not proud of it. But in all fairness, yes, I bought stuff for myself. I also spent money on the giveaway. I also bought some bits for Stel because he messaged me and was like, can you buy me this, this, and this, and this? So a little bit of that was for Stel, which is, I got his bag over there. But it's so easy to stack up or to add things into your basket because
Yeah, but what did you buy? Because you were not going to buy like £100 Quiet Please paddle.
No, I didn't.
You were not going to buy like another
I didn't
£40 water bottle like we did.
No, I didn't.
Like-
to be honest, I had to check the receipt because I was like, they definitely made a mistake. There's no way I spent that much money. I bought, apart from the giveaway stuff and stealth stuff, for me, I bought 2 Adidas, which is I'm wearing one now. It's really nice.
Oh, they are good though. Like the Adidas one, that's my favorite shirt that I bought last year.
No. Forget that. This year's Adidas 151st Open merch was by far the best merch in the whole place. And there were so many things that I ended up, Adidas stuff that I didn't end up buying because I was like, I have to stop. I have to leave. This is not good for me. So I bought 2 t-shirts.
That's a great color. What's it got
Purple.
in there? Like, is it just like...
It says 151st Royal Liverpool with the open logo. It's so nice. I bought 2 of these, but obviously different colors. I bought a waterproof Adidas 151st Open waterproof like jacket, like a quarter zip. I bought
Fair enough. They're expensive.
They're not that bad, but it all stacks up. Like they're not that expensive. But I bought so many things that it all just stacks up. I don't even remember what.
But mainly clothes, I guess. You know, it's just you know, it's things you actually wear, I guess.
No, it was all. I didn't even buy a towel. I don't even know what I bought, Chenji, and I spent that much money.
I don't get how you spend that much money, mate. Like,
if I really, I wish I had the receipt.
Look, last year we spent money on some silly stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, you know, again, those Quiet Please signs. You know, like bunch of what's it called? Like, you know, drink. What are those things called again? Like where you hold a drink, we put a drink on.
The coasters.
Coasters. Sorry, yeah, coasters. Bunch of like little ball markers. You know, because they're quite commemorative. 150th on St Andrews, old course, and loads of, you know, shirts, t-shirts, waterproofs, whatsoever, jackets, towels.
I wish I had the receipt.
Putter head covers, driver head covers. But this year, right, I can't. Surely you don't need another putter cover or like, you know, towel.
I didn't get a putter cover.
Did you get a flag?
I did get a flag.
There. Did you get it signed? Did you get it signed?
No, I didn't, because I was actually quite stupid, because you know, when you leave the merch tent on the right hand side, there's like a little like drop, like a bag drop.
Yes.
So I got out, and because obviously was like the first thing I did was I went in the merch tent.
I
got out
and you left the flag in there.
And I left everything in there. I was like, I'm not carrying this because I knew I was going to be walking. It wasn't like last year we kind of set up camp somewhere and then we just kind of hung around. This year, dude, because I was by myself, I literally walked the whole course. I saw so many players. It was really cool. I saw, dude, the best group: Max Homa, Seihe Thigala, Justin Thomas, Ricky Fowler. And I walked with them for about 3-4 holes. I saw John Daly was with Bryson. Sorry. There's just silly people racing outside. I saw John Daly and Bryson DeChambeau were playing together. Dude, John Daly was out driving Bryson.
No way.
I swear to God.
That's crazy. After necking like, you know, 5 vodka sodas.
Yeah, it's mad. He was like smoking and like, you know what he's like. He was like smoking,
yeah, of course.
You know, cigarette in his mouth, taking shots, and he was just, I want to say comfortably out driving Bryson. Then, you know, obviously Bryson wasn't there to drive 400-yard shots. He was there to kind of get to know the course. He was there with his, with like his TrackMan, trying to see all the data and the spin rates and blah, blah, blah. But Bryson did not look happy, man. He looked miserable. He did not look happy at all. I saw, who else did I've got a list. Colin Morikawa, Victor Hovland, I saw. Patrick Cantley and Patrick Reed, I saw them. Dude, these people were on the 17th tee. The 17th tee was raining so much. I sat down on the 17th tee for about 45 minutes and I was just like behind the tee. I was like, this is such a nice hole, man. Like, this is, to watch, it's amazing. To play, it's just scary. And Patrick Cantley goes up, tees it up, gets it on the green, claps. You know, everybody claps. Patrick Reed goes up, he gets the ball inside Patrick Cantley's ball. Not a single clap for Patrick Reed.
No, man.
It was
that's
just
so
dead.
bad.
It was
That's
just
so
dead
bad.
silence. I almost felt bad for him. But then
I kind of feel, at this point, I kind of feel bad about Patrick Reed.
I don't know. You know, you kind of...
I don't know.
Who else did I see? Oh, I saw John Rahm and Phil Mickelson. They were practicing together and they were like talking throughout the whole thing. They were great. not Patrick Reed, what was I going to say? John Rahm's caddy to practice for bunker shots. He was getting like, let's say 5 balls and he was like chucking them in the bunker as hard as he could to get like really difficult lies. And he was like, oh, let's see how close he can get to the pin. It was really cool. I didn't notice this last year, but what they do, they tee off, they play 1 ball, and then they find the ball, let's say on the fairway, they hit it on the green, and then when they're on the green, they just go around the whole green. So they probably spend 15 minutes on each green. They're putting into different pin locations that are possibly going to be. They're putting balls in bunkers. They're trying to get out of bunkers. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and it was really cool to kind of sit there and just watch. But it was, it was a lot of fun. It was very closed off. You could see, because it's a practice day, everyone's more relaxed. So, going from like the 16th green to the 17th tee, the players kind of walking right past you. You could like say hi to them. You could like get like a fist bump. If you're a kid, you're for sure you're gonna get a picture and a signature. If you're an adult, they're not coming anywhere near you just because of, they probably think that I'm gonna sell their stuff, which I'm not. Obviously, I'm gonna give it away. But it's just one of those things. It was really cool. There was one kid, you probably seen him. He went quite viral on social media. On every day, I would watch like a recap of the Open of the practice days, and there was one kid. So where the 18th green was, you finished. Well, not me, but the professionals finished, and then they kind of went up some stairs to avoid the crowds, and then they go down the stairs, and then you walk all across towards the what do you call it, like the clubhouse. But the way the clubhouse is like based, it's all fenced up, and we can't even see through the fence as spectators. But where the clubhouse is next to like normal houses. So there was a kid on the bottom of his garden, like standing on like a stool, and he could just lean over, and all the players had to walk by him. So this kid had like 4 flags that were just completely covered from top to bottom, left and right, just covered in signatures, because he was just like standing there for the whole day, and whoever just went past, you couldn't avoid him. Like you couldn't just walk past him and say, no, I'm not signing your thing. And because he was by himself, it's easy as well, because sometimes they look over at the spectators and fair play, like Tommy Fleetwood, he looked at us and there was like 50 people, and last thing you want to do after like a long round and you focus in is like go and sign autographs and take pictures with 50 people. So he kind of walked off. But because there was one kid by himself, he's like, go sign it and walk off. It's the easiest thing. But it was pretty cool. Like he had the best spot of the whole day.
Oh my gosh. That's brilliant.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely brilliant.
But yeah, that was my Open experience. I loved it. I went by myself. It was like 2 hours. I drove there 2 hours, park and ride. It was a bit of a trek to walk to the golf course, because there's like everything anywhere near the golf course is all closed off. So you're like walking for 2 miles after you get dropped off by the bus. Dude,
how great was what we did last year at the Open St Andrews?
It was the great. We keep going on about it. I can't wait in 4 years' time to go back.
We're gonna park at that exact same spot.
Definitely gonna park there.
I mean, oh no, I meant just the parking. How amazing was our parking situation?
Even if you got fined 50 quid, it was worth the 50 quid.
Mate, like we've got to find 30 quid. I mean, go back and listen to our podcast that we did.
You didn't get fined?
Mate. Huh?
You didn't get fined?
Yeah, we did.
Are you sure? Oh, did we?
Quid. Yeah, it was 30 quid.
Well, look, it's a bargain. You paid £30 to park literally 2 minutes.
Literally, like 30 seconds, mate, from the course.
Worth the 30 quid. Next
Huge.
year, next year.
But you couldn't do that in Liverpool, I guess.
Oh no. So. It was all blocked off. Because the golf course is quite remote. It's not
remote. Exactly. It makes sense.
I think in 4 years' time, when we go back to St Andrews, I think we should go for a few more days. Not just go for the 1 day. Go 3 days. Let's say.
Absolutely. I
think we should. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Is there anything you want to talk about?
Oh, that was it.
No, I've got some more bits. I've got some news.
I mean, I've got some stuff, but yeah, I mean that's the Open, I guess, special.
I mean, yeah, we did talk about the Open, like we said. I've got some news. Not news.
Go on.
Have you heard about the guy that cheated?
Which one?
What was his name? Justin Doden on the PGA Tour calendar event last week. He was on the 18th, and he had to get a 5 to make the cut, and he got a 7 because he got it in the water on the 18th. So he marked it down as a 7, and then he rubbed it off and put 5. And then
No way.
No, sorry. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So his marker wrote down 7. So he got the card off him. So the player, Justin, got the card off the marker and then rubbed off the 7 and put a 5 and then handed that card in. And then obviously he made the cut. And then the marker was like, oh, hold on. Just how come Justin made the cut? Because I know that he had to make a 5 to make the cut. There's no way he made the cut. So then he went like, the marker straight away went to like the board and was like, hey guys, I don't know what went wrong, but I don't think Justin made the cut. And then they found his card and they saw that there was like a 7 and then like a rubbed off 7 and he put 5 over it. And he withdrew obviously straight away. And then he made this long post like, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. It's like, dude, once you cheat in golf, especially, I get it.
It's over. It's over.
I get it. Like you have to make the cut to be able to afford to, to be able to pay your caddy and, pay for hotels and flights and that stuff. Obviously it's difficult. Get it. But cheating is not the way, because now, like Patrick Reed, for example, you will be deemed as a cheater for the rest of your career. Nobody, that will not rub off. Nobody will ever forget you cheating. And it's a shame. It's an absolute shame. So that's a bit of a damp in the world of golf.
Wow.
Well, for him, not for anybody else. I'm sure cheating happens. Not in the pro what do you call it, in the PGA Tour on, not on a professional level, but when we play, like, I'm sure there's a bunch of people that are cheating. Like, there's no way. Like, for example, if me and you play, like with me, I feel really bad. There's been loads of times where I'm like, if I just moved, like, I could have like a really bad lie. And then I'm like, I could look around and be like, oh, there's nobody around. If I just move the ball a little bit and give myself a better lie. The problem with that is, I believe, how much of a too good of a nice guy I am. I believe that if I move that ball even a millimeter, karma will get me, and I'm gonna move it, have a good lie, and then shank it. So I'm like, I'd rather just not take. It is what it is. It's that this is golf. I'm not always gonna get the best lie. I'm not always gonna find my ball. It is what it is. On Sunday, I could have easily cheated when I sliced the ball in the bushes, dude. I found way more balls than what I lost on Sunday, because I was looking for, like, I lost like 3 balls. I ended up finding, I'm not even exaggerating, I probably found 16 balls. And I could have easily said, yeah, this one's mine, and carried on playing, no problem. And I'm sure people do that. I'm sure it happens.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I don't care if you cheat. If you want to cheat, that's on you. That's not on me. Your score does not affect me. It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm not saying you cheat, but you know what I mean. Like, if I'm playing in a comp and you want to be that guy that cheats, that's you, mate. You do you. I don't care. As long as I know I'm playing the game by the rules, and I'm not doing anything bad, and I'm not cheating, then there's not much else I can do.
It's a game of honesty, right? And that's why you get to see a lot of characters being shown
100%.
when you play golf with them. And look, you and I are friends because we get along with each other, like, while playing golf.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you were the type of person, or if I was the type of person who we kind of don't enjoy, some of the antics, some of the behavior, some of the, I don't know, whatsoever, like, preferences, that we exhibit in the golf course, then we wouldn't be friends. But, we are friends because we are very similar, right?
I agree.
We love to have a good time. We are serious, but we're not uptight about the sport, right? And we respect the game, we respect the rules, and if we want to have a round that where we just kind of take a drop whatsoever, we do that. But
like that, I don't care if we agree. Like, if you lose a drop,
exactly.
if you lose a ball,
take a breakfast ball.
I don't care.
Just
do that, man. I encourage
when out
that.
of bounds, just drop a ball.
The
take
last
a penalty,
thing I want
that's
is to see you miserable, and the last thing you want is to see me miserable.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, I don't care. Take as many free drops as you want, mate. I don't care. Just,
Exactly.
remember that when I need a free drop. That's just simple. We're not putting cards in. We're just having a good time.
We're not putting cards in.
No.
We're not playing with money. And,
No.
it's just having a good time.
Have a good time, man. It's no problem. But do it respectfully and honestly. You don't need, to cheat. And even if you get a bad score, man, it's golf, man. It happens. It is what it is. But it's just one of those things, isn't it? But yeah, what is it that you had?
What?
You said you had some bits.
Well, to be fair, my bit was basically like saying that, okay, I'm actually a bit disappointed after the Open because I'm just like realizing it's going to be another like a year, basically. Not a year, I guess, but
it's a
200
while.
days?
It's a while.
Like,
don't you think?
Until the next Open.
Yeah.
It feels like summer is over.
It is.
But,
saying that, the summer hasn't started in England, mate. It's been raining for the past...
It's been horrible.
Yeah, it's been
horrible.
really bad.
I know, but to be fair, what is upon us is the ladies' majors. Yeah. So, did you know? Actually, yeah. Did you know how many majors there are in ladies' tours?
I would assume 4, but the way you said that, I'm guessing there's more.
Yeah, exactly. There's 5. There's 5 ladies' majors championships.
What? And they start now?
No. I mean, they've already had 3.
Okay,
and there's 2 left. So that means there's still 2 major golf tournaments left. And actually, to be fair, there's actually more because then there is the seniors championship as well. But
yeah,
let's just kind of avoid that for now. But yeah. So we this weekend the ladies are playing at Evian in France.
Yeah,
Evian
and
for the Evian water.
Nelly Korda is meant to be the favourite.
Well, yeah, because she just won the last event, right?
Yeah.
Ladies European Tour at the Centurion Club.
Yeah.
And then obviously in 2 weeks' time or 3 weeks' time in August, it's going to be the Women's British Open, so Women's Open, which is going to be held in Walton Heath, one of my favorite personal clubs. And what they're going to do is as well, because there are 2 golf clubs in Walton Heath, they're going to play what's called a composite course. So essentially they pick golf holes from both courses to make it into a more synthetic 18-hole.
That's pretty
cool.
That? No, I did not know that. That's very
cool. So you're not playing the old course or the new course, but you're playing a combination of both. So they select the best holes that's worth playing, and make it very challenging as well. And that's the women's major. But also I was looking into some statistics as well between women's golf, the LPGA and the PGA Tour. Which was kind of difficult, and I suppose for our stacks and facts segment,
yeah,
right? So we talked about in the PGA Tour, right? That since 2000 or something like that, they started using tracking advanced statistics, right? There's always a guy following the players behind, tracking where they hit the ball, and then you can basically use a computer to see people's things such as what's it called, average driving distances, from tee to green, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They don't have this in the ladies PGA. Did you know that?
I did not know that. No. It almost seems they definitely should. Because that's so amazing compared to men's.
You know how ladies they throw darts, right? They just seem to be more accurate.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think we talked about at one point that Minji Lee has a better tee to green sort of percent statistic compared to than Tiger Woods even, right? But they don't have these. They don't have a shot link tracker in the ladies
That's
tour,
definitely going to change, I think, because ladies golf, I see it's taking it's getting bigger and bigger. So it would be good. It would be really good if do you know what we need? We just need more household names, if that makes any sense, for us to follow. But that's going to come within time. I'm sure that there is. And, obviously we're new to golf. I don't want to say ladies golf is boring, which is definitely not. I think it's more entertaining than the men's sometimes because they're just so good. They make it look too easy. But it's interesting. Nelly Korda, Charlie Hall, is making waves. We just need more names, young names that are coming up. Obviously, I follow a bunch of ladies golf, like Minji Lee. They're just incredible players.
Dude, Rose Zhang, she's gonna dominate this sport for a long time.
Yeah.
Why? Won the first ever professional event that she's participated. How crazy is that?
Yeah. There should be a doubles thing, where it's a man and woman teams doubles as like not Stableford, but like match play or something. There should be some sort of competition, like a legit, not like a charity thing, like a legit competition.
But there is a legit tournament, right? Like it's not like a team event, but it is an individual stroke play event, which is mixed.
Yeah, that's in the beginning of the year, isn't it? But isn't that for charity?
Yeah. It's the no. It's a proper tour event, like DP World Tour and Ladies European Tour event. It's the Scandinavian Mixed Open.
No, it's not. It's not the one I was thinking. I was thinking of a different one.
No. Yeah, it's a Scandinavian Mixed, and I believe last year, it was for the first time a lady won the tournament.
Amazing. We should see more of that. Do you think there should be like more majors, or is 4 enough?
Yeah, but okay, actually, this is a good question for the segment. Like, what major, like where, or like what type, what kind of course would you say is deserving as a 5th major for men's golf? Yeah,
but there's only one golf course that's always the same golf course for one major of the year. Every other major, there's different golf courses, so you can't really say what golf course deserves. If anything deserves, I'll tell you what. I think St Andrews should have, like, how Augusta has the Masters. St Andrews should have its own major every year. St Andrews, major. I think that definitely deserves a major. No?
Interesting, yeah.
It's such an iconic place on the golf course and off the golf course that surely is deserving of a specific major just for itself. Even if it's on like the DP World Tour or something, like St Andrews should be played way more than once every 5 years.
No, St Andrews is played every year though. Like by there's an event on the DP World Tour, the Alfred Dunhill Links.
Is that the one? Is that the one where they play like St Andrews?
Three.
Yeah.
Correct. Three different courses. So obviously, like you don't play it on 4 days, but you play it over.
That's pretty cool. It's like a little tournament thing. That is really cool. I remember watching it last year.
It is, but that should be like a bigger event because that event itself has a very small purse.
Yeah.
Not many of the world's best players show up, and it just feels like a bit disrespectful and underwhelming for like the oldest golf club in the world.
I completely agree. But then again, that once in every 5 years at the Open, when it is at St Andrews, is like a big event. So it's just one of those things. Like, would you rather have, let's say, the Open every year at St Andrews, or the Open once every 5 years at St Andrews? What's going to be more special?
Of course, once every 5 years.
Yeah, it feels like the experience that we had last year, we wouldn't have it. We wouldn't have had it if that could happen every single year. Because we know that we are here today for this week, we might not ever come back. It's not like, oh yeah, if we don't come this year, we can always go next year. It's just what I don't know. It's like, it's very weird. It's a double-edged sword. It's very weird. But yeah,
I agree. And I think similar to like the ladies majors, right? They should have it in like a non-US and UK country.
I agree. I never thought about it.
Like for example, the Evian Championship, right? That's in France. So why can't we have, I'm not saying France has to be like, the place, but why can't we have it somewhere else?
You can do it in Portugal.
I don't know.
You can easily do it in Portugal.
I don't know if there's like any sort of like championship, that kind of level.
Villa Moura, no?
Championship level.
Isn't that like?
I don't know. I've never played, but but.
Are you going to the BMW Championship?
I don't know yet. Still hasn't released tickets yet.
Have they not?
So
well,
I'm literally looking every day. So
14th to 17th of September. That'd be pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Well, on the 17th.
I am checking every day, so you know it.
Cool. Shall I do the giveaway? I want to do I can't wait
for
this.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Right. So to celebrate 1,000 followers on Instagram, we are doing our first ever giveaway, and it's a good one. Before I show you what we have, the way for you to win this giveaway is to like this post on Instagram, obviously, at Rice and Slice Podcast. Tag a friend in the comments, and you can tag as many friends as you want. Where is it? Like the post, follow our page, and tag a friend in the comments. If you do all them 3 things, you are in with a chance to win.
Drum roll.
A bag of goodies from the 151st Open. Right. First off, we have the signature 18th hole flag.
Love it.
Second, we have 151st Royal Liverpool towel.
Love it.
Then we have a nice little open hat. Look at this.
That's really good, actually.
No, it's really
that
nice.
is really good.
I got the blue one, like a blue camouflage for Stell. That's really nice.
Brilliant.
We have tees, the open tees. A box
Yes,
of
sir.
tees. We have something quite small, a pitchfork and a ball marker. That's really cool as well. So it's a good set of stuff. We have a book. What do you call it? a scorecard holder.
Scorecard holder. Yes.
151st, mate. There's loads, right? And the last
important.
Thing,
I lost mine. I need that.
Yeah.
I need to get on the. I can't win this, can I?
No, you can't. You're sorry, mate. You can't win. And also we have just a FootJoy.
Ooh, love it. With like a little open pin.
Yeah, with like a little open pin, like this.
Yes.
Which is also signed.
No way.
By Henrik Stenson.
Yes.
So that is what you can win. If you want to win, please like this post, follow our page, tag a friend, and we will select a winner. I want to say on 11 a.m., 9th of August, the competition closes. So please like the post, tag a friend, and follow our page, and you can win all this stuff. I will send this out to you wherever you are in the world. I don't care. I will post it out to you, free postage. You don't need to pay anything. This is just a little thank you for 1,000 followers. Just thank you for following us, guys. Honestly, we're so proud of ourselves for reaching 1,000 followers on Instagram. So yeah, do all those things, and we will select a random person to win anywhere in the world. Thank you very much. So yeah, it's not bad, is it? There's loads of stuff in here.
That's really good.
Yeah,
that's a good glove. That's a really good glove.
I also have a glove up here. I have another glove that is signed by Tyrrell Hatton.
Nice.
But I'm going to give this to Leo because he's a massive fan of Tyrrell. So I'm going to save that.
That's brilliant.
But I think
my glove, which was signed by Danny Willett, is still literally hung on my hallway over there.
I tried, dude. I was about to leave, and as I'm leaving, I kind of started on the 1st, walked all the way around the 18th, and then walked all the way around again. I spent loads of time on the 17th and all that kind of stuff. And then I was on the putting green. Well, not on I was by the putting green, and I noticed, the way the players are leaving is next to the putting green. So I walked past, hoping to kind of see anybody. And Henrik Stenson was just teeing off, or I think he was going from the first green to the second tee, and he walked past me, or he walked past everybody, and I was like, "Oh, do you mind signing?" And he was like, "Yeah, cool, no problem." So yeah, it was wicked. But it was raining a little bit, so Henrik Stenson's and Tyrrell Hatton's signature was it's a tiny bit smudged, but it's just because it was raining, obviously.
Adds the character.
That's exactly
it. It's real and happened during a rainy day in the open.
So yeah, thanks you guys for listening. We really appreciate you.
Guys.
Please, if you don't already follow us on Instagram at Rice and Slice Podcast to be in a chance. This is only a competition for Instagram, just as a thank you. So if you're listening, obviously on Spotify, Apple, whatever, YouTube, head over to our Instagram, like the post, tag a friend, follow our page, and you will be in with a chance to win. I think for a first giveaway,
that's pretty good.
It's not bad, is it?
Pretty good.
It's not bad.
Especially all of that is going to one winner. It's not listen,
a few people. If you want to, if you win and you want to share some things with the person you tagged, feel free. But it is what it is. I mean, I think it's a pretty decent little giveaway.
That's brilliant. I think, to be fair, we should actually make it that, tag the person you want to share this goodie bag with.
Yeah, but they're not going to tag anybody. I'm sure there's a lot of selfish people that just want to keep everything in the bag. Which is exactly what I would do. I'd probably give you... What would I give you? I'd probably give you the hat.
No, you give me the tees because I never buy tees.
I'll give you the tees, I'll give you the hat, and I would give you the towel. The rest I'd keep.
Fair enough.
That's you got some decent stuff, Chenji. You can't complain too much.
Yeah, of course. I can't complain.
Anyway, guys, thank you very much for listening. Next week, I'll be at JCB as a greenkeeper volunteer. So I'm going to come back with next week's episode. Oh, no, that's a lie. No, not next week's episode. The episode after that, I will come back with a bunch of like stories and gossip and things to tell from JCB, which is going to be very, very cool. And
Is John Daly going to be there again?
John Daly's going to be there. Everybody from last year is going to be there, including myself, and I can't wait. Rick Shields is doing a pro-am, so I'm interested to see what celebrities are going to be there. I think the pro-am is like it's closed off for public, so I might be able to like sneak on again and walk along and pretend like I belong, like I did last year. But we'll see. I'm going to try and get Callum, the head greenkeeper, on the podcast soon. I hope he comes on. I'm going to try and like what's the word? Just force him to come on the podcast, basically. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.
Like and subscribe. And we will see you again this time next week. Bye.